Good morning, boys and girls, and welcome to the eastern wing of the Stinkbug Works. Before I talk about my projects, gotta talk about Big B. That big boat of him, it's ripping him to shreds. He's bleeding all over the place. And then TFL sells those artichoke drives, and quite frankly, when Big B brought out that shaft, two glaring things jumped at me. Three glaring things. First, you idiots, why are you using a threaded shaft as your output? What kind of moron would do that? Two, why is the threaded portion of that only so long? I understand, you're trying to get it to fit into that U-joint, or is it a CV joint? Well, whatever, it's a U-joint CV, into that joint. And thirdly, if you did use that, now Big B mentioned pinning it. That would work, but I would be worried about losing strength. I would consider drilling and tapping a set screw into the U-joint part and filing a flat on the threads and putting a set screw against it. I'd go for that. Drilling a hole through the thing could weaken it. It could cause a stress riser to making the thing break. I'm wondering if TFL makes a left and a right hand artichoke drive. And maybe Big B got two left-hand ones for some reason. That's just crappy design. I mean, really? I saw that and it's like, Big B, I don't blame you for being upset. I would be too. That's, on my truck cost about as much as that boat, and I wouldn't expect that on my truck. So anyway, enough ranting about TFL. I think TFL dropped the ball. Let me tell you what about this. There's a couple of things about this kit. This thing is going to be stupid lightweight. This thing is going to be a feather. So it's going to go like stink, even if I put a small power system in it. Now, here's why I'm doing this. I'm putting this thing together, dry fitting the parts to kind of see how it goes, because there are no plans other than Newton's plans. And the last time I bought plans for Newton, from Newton, was, I think I got 1/8 scale, and they were blueprints, which will tell you how old that was. I mean, blueprints was quite a long time ago. You can't get blueprints in California because it blows ammonia fumes into the air, and so you can't do that anymore. Anyway, so I'm trying to familiarize myself with how this all fits together and the procedure for assembling it. Now, I have this extra plate here marked to number 4, and this is bulkhead number 4, and I'm assuming that is a doubler that goes onto this bulkhead to serve as a motor mount. Well, if my motor mount's level, then I got the whole S-bend thing. So I might opt to use one of my clamped motor mounts and use a 11 series new motor. This is a this is an 1107. I might go a little bigger, maybe an 1112 or an 1115. That might be a bit much. Depends on how much it weighs. If it's really light, I could get away with that. So as I'm looking at this, I'm trying to figure out the assembly procedure, and it looks like you build the sponsons, and it looks like, so I would build the sponsons onto the sponson stringer. We'll call that the canoe. So I'll build the two canoes with, the sponson center, and then these are the rails that go in these slots here that your ride surface goes on. I think I'm going to use 1/32 G10 for the main ride surface here, just because that would be uber cool and uber flat and really easy to keep good sharp edges on. So I think I'll put G10 ride plates. So it looks like the sequence is you build the canoe and then you attach the canoes to each other, and then you put in the decking. And see, they give you some square stock, and I'm thinking I have to glue a square stock along here to give the decking something to attach to. And I'll have to somehow go around this curve. I don't know what I'll do there. I may just take a piece of plywood and shape it to there. I'll see what's on the Newton plans. So this is a really nice kit. Let me say that from the first point. The laser cutting is very precise, meaning the drawing itself was very precise. So kudos there. It's a tight drawing. So that's all good. I would have liked a little bit of sequence, but I've done this before, so I can figure this out. This can't be too difficult. So that's my plan of attack. I'm not quite sure how bulkhead 6L and 6R. Oh, there's a definite left and right because this has asymmetric sponsons. Hello. Like any good modern race boat, it has asymmetric sponsons. Your outside sponson is bigger and has a slightly higher dead rise than your inside sponson. Just like the MHZ boat, except on the MHZ boat, the cowl is offset to the incorrect side. So, like I said, I'm going to use that. If I do use that, I'll use one. Oh, I'm already offset. So I'll just center the motor in the pod because the pod will be offset. So that's my plan, boys and girls. What do you think? Until next time,